Alrighty, so I already primed my lids. The first thing I'm going to do is go into the shade Naked from the Naked palette, which is right there. And I apologize to you guys if my voice sounds kind of weird, if it sounds raspy. I have strep throat at the moment, so I don't sound like I usually do. Just taking this on an EcoTools shader brush. And I'm going to apply this all over the lid. And I'm taking this shade a little bit up further than I usually would, kind of more into my crease and into that like transitional zone. And this color just represents the main Frappuccino, the caramel Frappuccino, which is kind of a color similar to this. After you have your main Frappuccino color on, the next thing that goes in the drink is a dark caramel sauce. And for that I'm going to be using the shade called Buck, which is right here, and I'm going to mix that with a tiny little bit of Half Baked, and the Half Baked color is just going to give it more of that golden sort of caramelly distinct color, you know. And we are applying this just to the lid. After that, the next thing that goes on the drink is whipped cream. I'm going to use cream from the Lorac Pro Palette for this. You could use Naked if you wanted to. I just don't think that it's a very like whipped cream type of a color. But definitely if you're just wanting to wear this look because you like it, you could go with Virgin and you'd get a very similar effect. After the whipped cream, we're going to put on the caramel crunchies that go on the drink, which I use sort of like a golden-y glitter for that. This is a L'Oreal Hip High Intensity Pigment in the shade Visionary. I'm not too sure if you can buy these still. I know that a lot of the Hip line has been discontinued, but anything that you have that's sort of golden-y, you could even sort of wet down and use Smog from the Naked palette if you wanted to. Mix that with a little bit of Half Baked and you get a similar color. Before I put that on, to reduce fallout, I'm going to go into Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue, which I absolutely love. Popping a little bit of this on the back of my hand, and then onto my ring finger. And this just gets patted directly over top of that eyeshadow. This is something really cool that you can do with this product, is that you can actually put it on top of your shadows. It really doesn't disturb the eyeshadow underneath. And before that dries and sets, I'm just going to take my ring finger again, and I'm going to go into the pigment and just press this right over the top. And we're just keeping this color in the center sort of ball of the eyelid. We're not moving this too much into the crease or too much into the inner corner. And then the last thing that goes on this drink is just a caramel circle drizzle. And to represent that, I'm just going to do a brown eyeliner. So I'm going into my Physicians Formula Shimmer Strip Gel Liner, and I'm going to take the brown. I'm using this on a Target eyeliner brush because it is seriously the best eyeliner brush in the world. With this, you just want to simply line your eyes. There's nothing too special here. And since this brown is just a little bit too dark, I think to represent true caramel, I'm going to take a lighter brown eyeshadow. I'm going back into the Lorac Pro Palette for this, and I'm going to use the shade called Sable, which is a really, really warm, pretty brown. And I'm going to pat this just right over the top of that gel liner. You can see that this just sort of lightens up the color a little bit. I think it makes it look just a little bit more true caramelly. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my eyeliner brush again. I'm going to go back into Buck from the Naked palette. And I'm going to run this color just right on the outside part of my lower lash line. And again, this was sort of that dark caramel color. And the dark caramel sort of encloses the drink. So putting this right on the outer half there. And then I'm going to take Naked, again on the same brush, and put this more towards the inner and middle part of the lower lash line. Again, to represent the main Frappuccino base. Because again, that dark caramel sort of encloses the drink, I'm going to go back into Buck on a blending brush. I'm just taking a very, very light amount of this because we still want that Naked and that, you know, the original Frappuccino color to show through the look. But I'm just taking this a little bit through the crease. Mainly just to blend out the entire look. And then I'm going to use an eyeliner that's not the L'Oreal Carbon Black Extra Intense Liquid Eyeliner Pencil, if you guys can imagine. I'm going to use the Sephora Flashy Liner, and this is in the shade Flashy Ultra Brown. So there's the name. This is what it looks like. I'm using this because, again, with the whole sort of brown caramel theme, I think that this fits really nicely. So this is going on my waterline and tightline. And then I'm just going to pop on some mascara. I'm using the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. And that is the eyes completed. I'm going to move on to the rest of my face, just do that real quick, and then come back at the end and show you guys what I use. Alright, so this is the completed look with the face and lips and cheeks and everything done. Sorry for the messy hair. It's messy second day hair and I don't really want to do anything with it, so I just put a headband in. For the face, the first thing I used for a foundation, it was just a powder. I used the Sephora Microsmooth powder in the shade Medium. It's a lot like the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. I just find that it's better. I think that it just performs better. You get better coverage, and I like the feel of it more on my skin. And for bronzer, I use the NYC Smooth Skin Sunny Bronzer, like I have been using a lot recently. For the cheeks, I wanted to keep it warm, but I wanted just a little tiny bit of color. And for that, I used the E.l.f. blush. This is in the shade Candid Coral. It's just a really pretty, light, sort of peachy pink with a little bit of shimmer in it. It's really gorgeous. And then for the lips, I just put on a nice sort of late nudie brown gloss. And this is a Maybelline Gloss. I'm not too sure what these are called, but this is what it looks like. I don't even know if you can find these anymore. I've had this in my collection for so long, and I decided to pull it out and use it today. I'm not even too sure what the shade is. It just has a sticker that says 610 on the bottom. Just a little twist up gloss that's sort of that really pretty brown, shimmery, again, that sort of caramel color. Any nude gloss, though, for this look would work, or you could pair it with like what I did with my last golden eye tutorial, which is like a bright pop of pink if you don't want to fit so much with the whole Starbucks drink theme. But yeah, I really actually like how this came out. I think that it is very close to the drink as far as how it looks. I think that glitter is just really gorgeous, and this is just such a fun look because this is a look that you could actually wear if you were just wanting a fun, glittery golden eye. So yeah, that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please leave any drink requests that you have in the comments down below, and thank you again for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.